Joe in real life. So Alan Thrall posted a video recently about adapting your program to handle stress, or rather, strategies to combat low motivation. I watched it this morning and I found it deeply moving. I'll tag Alan Thrall below. If interested, you should check it out. It was a little bit funny watching the video because I realized that, first of all, it was like very on the nose for exactly what I'm going through, like kind of too on the nose. But also, I didn't like any of his suggestions, but I still found his suggestions good. And I had to sit with that for a minute and sort it out. And it's like the specifics of his suggestions didn't resonate with me. But the like tenor of them, of basically just switching things up to lower intensity work, really rung true. And yeah, I don't know. I was affected by it. I was genuinely moved by it. What the greatest thing I've done in recent years is buy this gym that I have. It's just amazing that I have this available to me. It really, that act inspired these videos, you know? But it was also like the worst thing I've ever done. and I guess that's like, as my girlfriend often says, all magic comes with a price. And I do think that, like, I'm paying the price of that magic now, you know? Like, my motivation is at an all-time low. Seriously, like my entire life, all-time low. And it's stress. Stress is the reason. Alan convinced me of that. But I have this thing in my garage. Like an entire floor of my home is devoted to it. It came at considerable expense. And to leave it unused, I find that insulting. I find it insulting and offensive and, well, just undoable, you know? A thing that I cannot suffer. And so this incredible thing, this great gift that I gave to myself and to my family, I now find to be an enormous burden. And I don't have a tidy solution to that. Except, as I've been saying over the last several months, I have to switch gears somehow, you know? I have to figure out a way to reignite some enthusiasm down here in my little prison, which used to be like my gift. It's tough, you know, and I don't have an answer, but maybe that's what the theme for the next few weeks is going to be. Like, what's the workaround for stress? How do you do that? Is there a hack? Can I discover it in my garage? Shit, right? Stay tuned. Let's find out together. So I'm showing you a little bit of my knees over toes again, because this is the closest combo I have that's comparable to a squat. We have the seated good mornings. I'm at 55 pounds for 25 reps. And then I'll do a Zercher Jefferson curl with just the bar, 45 pounds. And I think I get 17. That one's agony. I'm going all the way down until my stomach hits the bench. If you're a guy, which you probably are watching this, you're gonna want to maneuver your groin into that space between the top and the seat of your bench. Otherwise, you will crush your balls. So, you know, buyer beware. In both these movements, I can feel the tugging difference on the right side, and it is dramatic. You can tell by the rate in which I'm doing these, I could handle a lot more weight on the seated good morning, but I can't handle it with fluid motion, you know, without a staggering, and certainly not for that many reps. I bombed through those pretty fast. I should probably slow that tempo down. While I'm doing that movement, I can feel a kind of clicking happening in my hip. And I know that's tendon rolling over bone. And I also probably would assume that that's my hip dysplasia, right? That's where one side is slightly different than the other. And I'm keeping my foot position symmetrical so that like my legs are equal distance apart and my feet are pointing in the same direction at the same angle, which is straight, north to south, you know? The left side gives me no trouble. The right side clicks and pulls. Now, this isn't painful. This is more that experience I was talking about yesterday, where it feels just interesting, you know? Similarly, in the Zercher Jefferson curl, like, this weight is nothing for me on a Jefferson curl. I find I'm able to go down to the absolute bottom of like my flexibility, especially at this point, and I find lots of power coming back up, just tons, you know? But the distribution of that power is uneven. Definitely there's stuttering on the right side, whereas there isn't on the left. And you can't tell from the video, but my feet are together. You can even see it in the bar on some reps where it becomes a little teeter-tottery, you know? And like, I'm absolutely certain that that bar is level when I stand, you know? Now that could just be hip height, or it could be something a little deeper, you know? Which I tend to lean the latter. But anyway, that's just a glimpse of what I've been doing. It's really fun work. I really like it. There's my bald spot. All right. Anyway, this is Joe in real life. I love you guys. Be good to each other. I'm going to try hard to also be good to people. I'll see you tomorrow.